Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be sharing some bullet journal spreads that I think will be very useful for those of you in college or just school in general. I included these spreads in my journal during my first year of university, and I found that it kept me super organized and helped me manage my time better. So let's get onto the video. The first thing I'm doing is making a title page to separate the spreads I make for the incoming school year from the rest of my journal. I picked a blue, red, and yellow color scheme, and I'm writing 2018 to 2019 school year. And as usual, including a shaded drop shadow, which I think adds a nice touch and brings it all together. Next, I'm making a spread where I can record my timetable. Since I always have my bullet journal on me, I can just flip open to this page and easily reference my schedule. For the header, I wrote timetable in bubble letters and then wrote it again in alternating red, yellow, and blue staggered letters. For the actual schedule part of this spread, I wrote out the days of the week on the top row and the time of the day on the leftmost column. Then I alternated filling in each box with a gray marker just so it's easier to read. Since my first and second semester schedules are different, I'm going to have my first semester schedule on the left page and second semester on the right. So to make that more clear, I wrote semester 1 and semester 2 on the right of the time column on the corresponding page and highlighted that with red. And finally, to finish off this spread, I drew some geometric shapes and stars in the blank space on the top right. I've really been liking how shapes and letters look with this sort of drop shadow, so you'll see me include these in the rest of my spreads as well. And that is my complete timetable spread. I didn't fill in my schedule yet because it wasn't completely confirmed when I was filming this video. Now the next spread is probably my favorite spread in this entire video. It is a 4-month overview spread. Since each semester for me, and I'm sure many of you, is 4 months long, I can fit the entire outline of my courses on 2 pages. This is so useful for checking when assignments are due or checking when your lab days or midterms are. So as always, I'm starting off by writing all the days of the week in the top row, and I highlighted that in gray. Then I'm making something similar to a monthly spread but with several months connected. Each day will be in a 4x4 box. To indicate which month is what, I'll be color coding everything. So on the top left, I'm writing September, October, November, and December, then highlighting it. Then on the 4-month calendar layout, I am also highlighting the corresponding color to the month on the side. I also included a legend in the space left on the bottom right of the page. I decided to have separate colors for midterms, finals, quizzes, labs, assignments, and social events, but you can customize this to your own needs. And that is it for this spread. I'll be filling this in when I get my syllabus, and I'd recommend filling this in right after you figure out when any important dates are, so you'll never forget or hand in anything late. As you can see from the spread I made last semester, it can get pretty hectic, so I found that the color coding helps a lot. On to the next spread, which is a goals page. I'm starting off by including my course goals on the left page. I wrote year goals in the first box, but I made a mistake. Under each course, I'll be writing my midterm and final exam mark as well as how much each summative is worth. I didn't include that here because my syllabus wasn't released yet. But if I do have any assignments, I would also include that here. I also made sure to have a goals subheading where I could write down my desired mark in the course or anything I want to accomplish by the end of it. And lastly, I added a spot where I could write tips for improvement, which I used to reflect after a summative. On the right page, I included one more course and a larger box for my yearly goals. And in the blank space, I decided to write the quote, "Believe you can and you're halfway there," because I thought it was really appropriate since this is something I struggle with a lot, and I'm sure a lot of you guys do as well, so this is just a nice reminder. Then I'm drawing in some more shapes on the top using the same color scheme. The next 2 spreads were inspired by Caitlin's Corner, I love her channel, and I'll link her video in the description below. I'm including a monthly budget tracker since when you're living by yourself in college, it's really important to manage your money. So I started off by outlining my budget by writing out how much I plan to spend on food, groceries, social outings, shopping, work, textbooks, and rent and internet. I forgot to fill this in, but I do include a budget for the next part, so I'll total that after. Next, I'm writing out each category with the corresponding budget and then including a spot where I can total how much I spend on that category each week, which I will then total at the end of the month. Since my rent and internet isn't a set rate, I didn't include a weekly chart and just drew it in a smaller box. Lastly, I'm including a spot where I can write an overview of that month. I wrote down each category and drew boxes beside it where I can indicate whether I went in or out of budget. Then a spot for the total amount spent, as well as some faces that I will use to reflect on how much I spent. The last spread I'm including in this video is a weekly spread. I'm writing out the days of the week in capital letters and then drawing a box around it with the drop shadow. Under each day, I'm including a box where I can write any events or important school summatives, and regular tasks will be written in the spot under that. On the right page of the spread, I'm including a food tracker. Since I'll be living by myself, I find that I really have to put in the effort to eat healthy, nutritious food, since it's so easy to eat unhealthy. So I'm writing out a section for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and any snacks I eat throughout the day, just so I can keep track of what I'm eating. I also include a study tracker on the left where I can record how many hours I study. I decorated this page using the same kind of theme as my last couple of pages. And that is it for my bullet journaling spreads for students. I hope you guys will find these spreads helpful in making your school life more organized. If you recreate any spreads, please tag me on Instagram because I would love to see them. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.